What are the legal implications of appointing a substantive Central Bank of Nigeria governor when his predecessor is under suspension? Well, we're joined now by Arise Judiciary Editor Tobi Soniyi to help us understand what the legal implications are. Good to see you.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, no better person to help us clarify on the legality or otherwise of this nomination.
Yeah. To begin with, there is a problem because as things stand now, there is no vacancy for Cardoso to fill.
How do you mean?
Yeah, the Godwin Emefiele, the central bank governor, was suspended. He has not been sacked. Suspension does not mean that you have lost your job. He remained the CBN governor until the president follow appropriate procedures to get him removed, or he resigns, or he dies. As things stands now, to the best of our knowledge, by the information in the public domain, it's just been suspended, so there is no vacancy.
Right. Then, in that situation, you just spoke about the president following the right procedure to get him removed. What are those procedures?
Well, he will need to send his name to the Senate. Two-thirds majority of the Senate will have to approve the removal. So without doing that, and except Emefiele resigns, he remains the central bank governor. So as far as I'm concerned, the president has not sent such notice to the Senate to approve his removal. Right. Don't get me wrong, the president has the power to remove him, but because of need for check and balances and to prevent arbitrariness, the employment of CBN governor is clothed with statutory regulations. Right. That is why the Senate is brought in, so that the president will not just wake up one day and throw the CBN governor off the board. So you need to refer to the Senate. So since he has not done that, and we have not been told that the Emefiele has resigned, so as things stand today, there's no vacancy for Cardoso to fill. I don't know tomorrow.
Well, from what we know so far, the word nomination is what's been used in referring to Yemi Cardoso here, not necessarily that he's been appointed. Maybe that would explain, why this move has been made so far. It's just a nomination, and a nomination apparently can wait. But a fundamental question that's been raised every now and again is the Central Bank of Nigeria governor, is he a public servant or a political appointee? And does it really matter?
Well, as we say in my tribe, say if one king does not die, you don't appoint another king.
I wish you had said it in Yoruba.
Well, I hope I will not be fined for So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
so, go ahead.
Whether it's a political appointee, well, what is important is that not all employment are covered by statute, but the CBN governor's appointment is statutorily covered. It's protected by law. There are things that must be done before you are, for instance, to be appointed as CBN governor.
Yes.
The president nominates, as he has just done now, he will now have to send the name to the Senate. If the Senate refuses to ratify that name, then that person cannot be CBN governor. You have to come up with another name.
Okay, well, after the suspension of the incumbent CBN governor, what if the CBN governor, the suspended governor, thinks to himself that it's more honorable to resign and then just resigns willingly, or is advised to tender his resignation?
Yeah, but you have to show me the resignation letter. As of today, none exists. And there is no news that he has resigned.
So,
but he can resign.
Right.
He can vacate the office.
So your recommendation now basically is that the president should send a notice of a sack, so to speak, of the suspended CBN governor to the Senate for the 2/3 of the House to approve, to ratify.
Absolutely.
And then what next after that?
No, he ceases to be immediately the Senate 2/3 majority ratifies the removal. He ceases to be the central bank governor. Then they can begin the process to confirmed the nomination of Dr. Cardoso.
Now let's talk about some of the issues, that read the head during Emefiele's tenure as CBN governor, where there was that interest in political office, wanting to be president. Let's combine the reading of Section 137G of the 1999 Constitution and 84, of the Electoral Act. That's Section 84 of the Electoral Act that says a public servant shall not be qualified to run for president if he has not resigned. Are these some of the seemingly ambiguous areas that need to be looked at, under the CBN Act going forward? So those pitfalls are
I think the
avoided.
provisions are very clear. Because I think, in my view, the CBN governor, the suspended CBN governor, erred in law, in dabbling into politics. He probably should have resigned before venturing into politics. Though there is no conflict, he ought not to. But the argument from his side is that he will resign and then go and join active politics. But to the best of my knowledge, he was already in politics. The level, even though they claim some people bought the form in his name, presented the form to him, and that is quite political. And he has, for me, he has crossed the line. He ought not to have. He could have come out publicly that I'm not interested. No, don't go and buy any form for me. Don't campaign in my name. We see a lot of drama. During that time. So. He's not supposed to. The law is very clear.
As far as the CBN Act is concerned, the position of the central bank governor is protected firmly, clearly, by law.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you so much, Tobi, for that.
All we can do now is to wish the suspended CBN governor the best of luck, and Dr. Cardoso shining fortunes in his pursuit.
Absolutely.